as a government mind control expert, we'll say, what psyop do you think is being run on you, or what psyop have you been susceptible to?
I think about 3 years ago, and these are all political. This is like I started, I followed one conservative person, and then I got all these other things, and damn, I was never going to admit this on anywhere. But I got down to a point where I was on X under an hour a day, because I have these app time limits. Now they're like 8 minutes. And I don't even have social media on my entire phone anymore. But now I got to this point where I was just seeing so much of this doom and gloom. The world's going to end, country's going to end. You need to start preparing for World War III, all this crazy shit, that I invested in a survival property. I bought things that way too much money that I shouldn't have spent. And I just completely bought into this. And at the end of the day, when they said, all this shit's going to happen, all this stuff's going to go down, I was sitting there with all of this stuff, sitting there looking around at all this stuff. And I was like, I am such a fool. And I felt bad for a minute, but it's just I have a human brain. I'm not superhuman. I don't have a super immunity to any of this stuff. So it's definitely something that anybody can fall for. And taking a break, what I call a media diet, is maybe, with what's going on today with depression and loneliness and anxiety and all this stuff, it might be one of the healthiest things that you can possibly do. It definitely changed my life.
The biggest mistake that people make with language is language should be resonating and not directing. If you want to speak well, you're not directing people to think certain things or to feel certain things. It should resonate with what they're already feeling and then start guiding them. So you're getting into their river, so to speak, and flowing with that first.
Okay, so let's do some role playing.
All right.
I say to you, Chase, I think the sky is purple. Your job is to carry out the perception shift.
Yeah.
What would you say to me?
So if somebody says something that is an idea that's far out there, I'll always acknowledge it. And I would say, every human being is different. And it's fascinating how many rods and cones we have in our eyes, how we all perceive things differently. And it's amazing when you see one thing, that you might see something that's purple and I see the exact same thing. We may be seeing the identical color, but our brains are just interpreting it differently, or maybe we have a different word for it. And it's amazing how much we agree on, and we just don't realize how much aligned we are with a situation in life. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So I've never had to respond to somebody calling the sky purple, but if I can modify how you perceive a situation. So let's say we're at a business networking event and I walk up to you and I say, let's say I call out the script, openly call out the script. And I say, it's amazing how many people are just running the script of, I need to look like a business professional. I can't say anything that makes me look emotional. I can't say anything that's personal. I have to hand out a business card. I have to put on this persona. So I'm just openly saying the script that's running inside that person's head. And I'm making you aware of it, which means that I'm changing your perception of the situation. So anything I can get you aware of that's running inside of your own head, I can massively start transforming your behavior. And we'll get to identity here in a minute, but any script that you call out, you're weakening its power. So if you shook my hand super aggressively, or somebody shook my hand like a pretend alpha male, and you call out exactly what they're wanting to happen, and you say, wow, that handshake is really firm. I just read an article a few weeks ago that only alpha males do that. And you say the quiet part out loud. So any script that's running in the background, some kind of social script, if I can surface that, then I become a lot more powerful over the situation because I've lessened the power of a script. Any script that we push down is going to be a lot more powerful in that person. We're increasing power.
So just to recap and put it succinctly, how do you protect yourself from being brainwashed? And how do you kind of not be affected by any type of psyop ever?
That's impossible. But the fastest way to do this is, and I built this method for myself. And number one is, what is grabbing your focus? So I need to train my brain to look for manufactured novelty. some unexpected thing, something that we never saw coming. It's a big black swan event that no one saw. Train your brain to look for that. So that's the first way to hijack the mammalian brain is focus. Second is authority. So you train your brain the moment that an authority figure comes up, even if it's like some Hollywood celebrity commenting on politics. It's maybe a politician coming out and saying, these people are bad. Train your brain to look for authority figures, and especially when their messages line up. So part 3 of this is tribe. We start understanding and being able to spot the ways that artificial tribe is being manufactured. So if I own Facebook, let's say, or it doesn't matter, I'm not singling out Facebook. If I own a social media company, I can fake it to you that there are tens of thousands of people who agree with XYZ ideas. And the moment that I get you to believe that lots of people are adopting this new behavior, this new idea, then I get you to go along with that. And this is proven in research, study upon study. Some of these studies that are just fascinating to look at. And these are done in the 60s, a lot of these done in the 60s. So we have focus, authority, tribe, and then emotion. So when am I getting emotionally played? Not just when is something making me feel emotional. A good commercial makes you feel emotional. Like there was some of these Super Bowl commercials that people would cry during these commercials because they were so well done. That's okay. When am I being emotionally hijacked? And here's the way to tell when you're being hijacked. And in hypnosis, this is a hypnosis technique that I think was invented by this guy named Dr. Milton Erickson. He's like the grandfather of hypnotherapy. He's the reason that hypnosis and genuine hypnotherapy got approved by the American Medical Association, the American Psychiatric Association. And this technique is called fractionation. And in a fractionation, I have your emotions here, and I show you things to bring it up here, piss you off, and then bring you down again to something that's joyous and happy and reverent and kind and awesome. Then I bring you back up again, and then when I pull you back down, you'll be twice as vulnerable. Then I bring you back up again, pull you down, you're twice as vulnerable. So just to give you the corollary and like how this came from hypnosis, if I'm hypnotizing you and I only allow you to wake up a little bit, just to a point where your eyes open a little bit, and then I put you back down, you'll go deeper. Then I wake you up a little bit, just where your eyes open, push you back down, you'll go deeper every time. So this makes us hyper suggestible. So being very keen and very aware of when I'm going up and then back down, and then up and then back down. And if you're really good at this, you'll be able to spot where the ads, you'll know before you see an ad.